Do we have too much government?
We need to put people ahead of corporate profits.
This system is so lopsided. This threat is a real threat to democracy.
And I think that's really important. That's something we haven't been doing in this country for a long time.
Where do you start? What do you do? How do you do it?
Access to Democracy and other Eagan community television programming is supported by Thomson Reuters, makers of Westlaw Next and based in Eagan. Through Westlaw Next and other innovative online services, Thomson Reuters is the world's leading source of intelligent information for businesses and professionals. Online at thomsonreuters.com. And by U.S. Federal Credit Union, the member-owned financial institution offering service, value, and experience you can trust to the greater Twin Cities community.
Welcome, and the first show of 2011 for Access to Democracy. I'm your hoarse host with laryngitis. I don't know why. I'm coming back from Mexico with laryngitis. Over the break is not what you're supposed to do, so bear with me. We have three terrific guests today, and before we start with our guests from the district court system, I just want to say congratulations to the troops here at Eagan TV, who Jeff, Dave, Dan, and Fred, the permanent troops who put together two wonderful programs last year, among many other programs that won national recognition from NATOA and were nominated for 2 Emmys. And I know they do that with the help and guidance of Tom Garrison, and I think they really, really are to be congratulated, and that Eagan and the people of Eagan are really lucky to have such professionals working for them. Now today, we have 3 guests, one longtime favorite and 2 new guests, Judge Ed Lynch, who is the Chief Judge of the First District Court, Judge Dave Knutson, who's been with us many times and is a member of that court, and Carolyn Wren, who is the administrator of the First District Court and the person that really has the toughest job.
It's true.
And I think everybody will acknowledge that. So why don't we go to Judge Lynch first, and I know you have a court that spreads sort of over 7 counties, wide-ranging, several hundred employees, and how many judges?
Right now we have 36 judges, Alan, and under the Minnesota weighted caseload, we have a need for about 39 judges right now. So we've chronically been under-judged because of it's a growing area. The First Judicial District, as you say, it covers 7 counties. It's in the south metro area. Includes Scott County, which is a fast-growing county, and Dakota County, which has been a fast-growing county in the past.
And your jurisdiction is both civil and criminal. We'll get into that a little bit more, but that covers everything.
Right. We can do anything from a conciliation court case to a murder case.
My son just called me from Jacksonville this morning, and he said, "Dad, I sat on a jury this week." And it was a drive-by shooting case, and the people in the car did not quite see the individual who did the shooting, but they saw that he had dreadlocks, and that was it. The defendant had dreadlocks, and my son, arguing with other members of the jury, says, "That's not enough to convict him. There's a reasonable doubt thing. When my father was practicing law, I used to hear him talk about it all the time." Well, sure enough, they went back and got a reading on reasonable doubt. They argued for 2 days and acquitted. Afterwards, the prosecutor said, "I never would have brought this case, but they made me bring it." So
Interesting.
just as was done in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm sure that your son found that it was a rewarding experience. I mean, that's what we
He
hear
thought
from
it was
jurors.
wonderful. He said it's the first time he's ever been on jury duty, and for people who have not done jury duty, I think that they find uniformly, whether it's civil or criminal, that it really is a rewarding experience. Now, you basically, Carolyn, you handle the jurors,
We do.
and how does that system work?
It works pretty well. We're in charge of, we summon the jurors for Dakota County, and we walk them through orientation, and then once they get through orientation and get onto a case, then afterwards, then we're in charge of making sure that we pay them. It works pretty well. I think most jurors, although at times feel that it might be an inconvenience to do it, I think once they're done with their term, find that it's a very rewarding experience and that they've learned a lot about our system.
And how many jury trials might we have in a year?
Oh, in a year?
Dakota County?
Boy, in a month, I think every month we probably have anywhere from 10 to 20 every month.
Now, one of the things that people used to complain about a lot was having to sit around waiting to be called.